Comments. Our next group of speakers are from Inter-American Magnet School. Tracy Beesterfield, speaker number 8, Jen Torres, speaker number 12, Mona Meza, speaker number 14, Lindsay Woods, speaker 26, and Ranjan Inami, speaker number 27. Sorry about that. Tracy Beesterfield, speaker number 8, joining us virtually. Please enter *6 to unmute.
Hello. My name is Tracy. Hello, can you hear me?
Yes, please proceed.
Hi. I have a daughter in her 5th year at Inter-American Magnet School, the oldest dual language school in the Midwest. I believe in the dual language model at IAMS so much so that I dedicate 2 hours a day to transport my child to and from school. We are an English-speaking household. Our daughter's only Spanish input is at school. Her most important years of immersion were compromised due to the pandemic, having had a significant part of her 1st and 2nd grade being taught in remote learning. Our daughter, still several grades behind in her proficiency in Spanish, is just starting to make significant headway. However, next year, her class size will grow to more than 30 children plus because we are losing 3 core teacher positions and 2 special teachers. Why? Because the wrong budget was entered into our system, a budget that was not approved by our LSC, not signed by our LSC chair, and that was created without the input of teachers, parents, or our community, and we are being told this cannot be corrected. The budget that was voted on would allow us to keep 3 core union teaching positions, which would allow us to keep our small class size, the class size required for our children to become bilingual and biliterate. This is the foundation that was established for our dual language school. However, this is not the budget submitted or entered. There was a special LSC meeting. We were told by our chief and the head of LSC relations that this cannot be corrected. How is this possible?
Speaker number 8, you have 30 seconds remaining.
Thank you. How are we not able to correct an entirely incorrect entry into a system? How can we implement a budget that was not complete? This should have been rejected from the system for not having been voted and approved on by the LSC and the community for which it represents. Without this correction, it will be at the sole expense of our children. Our children depend on us to establish a strong foundation for which they can grow and prosper. We are merely asking you, the Board of Education, that the approved budget be honored and implemented. We are not asking for more money.
Speaker
just
number
the
8,
approved
please
budget
conclude your
be the
remarks.
one that the district honors. Please help us honor our children and the integrity of the LSC. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you for your comments. Next speaker is Jen Torres, speaker number 12, who is joining us virtually. Please enter *6 to unmute.
Hola, buenas tardes. Soy Jennifer Torres, una madre de 3 niños en la Escuela de Lenguaje Dual Interamericana. Nuestra comunidad de padres está extremadamente molesta porque el director de la escuela presentó un presupuesto escolar anual final a CPS en la mañana de 13 de mayo sin conocimiento del LC de nuestra escuela. Esa es una violación de la política de CPS, ya que la presentación del presupuesto no fue votado ni aprobada por el LSC. El presupuesto del director cerró 3 aulas de nivel de grado. El LSC se reunió la tarde del 3 de mayo y aprobó un presupuesto muy diferente antes de la fecha límite de las 3 p.m., utilizando fondos flexibles para mantener abiertos los 3 puestos de maestros principales y las 3 aulas. Cerrar aulas y aumentar drásticamente el tamaño de las clases en un entorno de 2 idiomas es un gran peligro para el aprendizaje de nuestros niños. Además, la confianza de padres y maestros en nuestro director se ha visto erosionada. Los padres y maestros representados por nuestro LSC imploran a la Junta que rehaga
Quedan 30 segundos.
esta presentación y acepte el presupuesto votado y aprobado por el LSC. el organismo electo que representa a nuestra comunidad escolar, que fue aprobado por unanimidad a las 3 de mayo, menos la aprobación o disculpa del director de la escuela por su violación de la política. No el presupuesto presentado por el director esta mañana sin la aprobación de ningún miembro del LSC o con el apoyo de cualquier miembro
favor,
de la
concluye.
comunidad escolar que comprenda plenamente lo que significaría cerrar 3 aulas para nuestros niños. Gracias por su seria consideración de esta sincera solicitud en nombre de nuestros niños.
Gracias por sus comentarios.
¿En inglés puedo hacerlo?
Sí, por favor.
Gracias. Hello, good morning. I'm Jennifer Torres, a parent of 3 children at Inter-American Dual Language Magnet School. Our parent community is extremely upset that the school principal submitted a finalized annual budget to CPS on the morning of May 3rd without the knowledge of our school's local school council. This is a CPS policy violation, as the budget submission was not voted on nor approved by the LSC. The principal's budget closed 3 grade-level classrooms. The LSC met on the afternoon of May 3rd and approved a much different budget before the 5 p.m. deadline, using flex funds to keep 3 core teacher positions and 3 classrooms open. Closing classrooms and drastically increasing class sizes in a dual language environment is a great endangerment to learning for our children. Additionally, parent and teacher trust in our principal has been eroded. The parents and teachers represented by our LSC are imploring the board to reopen this submission and accept the budget voted on and approved by the LSC, the elected body representing our school community, that was approved unanimously on May 3rd, minus the approval or apology by the school principal for his policy violation, not the budget submitted by the principal that morning with 0 approval of any member of the LSC or support from any members of our school community who fully comprehend what closing 3 classrooms would mean to our kids. Thank you for your serious consideration of this earnest request on behalf of our children. Muchísimas gracias a todos.
Thank you.
Thank you for your comments. Our next speaker is Mona Mesa, speaker number 14, who is joining us virtually. Please enter *6 to unmute. Mona Mesa, speaker number 14, please enter *6 to unmute. We'll go on to the next speaker from this group, speaker number 26, Lindsay Woods, who's joining us virtually. Please enter *6 to unmute.
Hi, can everybody hear?
Yes, please proceed.
Okay. My name is Lindsay Woods. I'm the parent of a 4th grade student at Inter-American Magnet School. From the first day of the current school year, our administration has proven to us time and time again that it's completely incapable of honesty and transparency. Parents, teachers, and even our own LSC members have been left in the dark frequently. Emails filled with concerns and questions have gone unanswered. Families are being restricted from the building on the basis of favoritism. We're constantly being lied to, misled. We're never informed of OST programs, application dates, events, even basic pickup or drop-off procedures. This leads me to the biggest issue we've had with our principal, Juan Carlos Zayas, to date, our 2024 budget. I attended every budget meeting. I talked to LSC members. Our principal intentionally withheld important information needed to make an informed decision on a budget that fit the needs of our school. He presented a version of his budget 3 times and twice tried to get his preferred budget scenario passed. Nobody seconded him either of those times. The budget proposed makes cuts to valuable positions to our community. He didn't care. He didn't take into account input from anyone. In typical fashion, Principal Zayas did what he always does. He did whatever worked best for him, not students, not families, not the community, only himself. Our LSC worked on a budget scenario that would save these positions. It started to look like we had found a solution. Everyone except for him approved this budget. We are among those 98% of schools that approved a new budget. But despite this,
Speaker
our
26,
principal
you have 30
submitted
seconds
his
remaining.
preferred budget rather than the one that was legally and rightfully voted on. Last time I checked, That's not how a democracy works. That is what a dictator does. This budget was also submitted without a signature from our LSC chair. In the past, both the CIWP and the budget forms have to be signed by the chair of the LSC. How did he bypass this? Our principal clearly and egregiously violated important policies that are put in place for checks and balances. I'm here to request that the correct budget, the ones the LSC actually approved before the deadline, be submitted for the 24-25 school year. I'm also asking that our administration and their rampant and repeated policy
Speaker
violations
26,
be
please conclude your
investigated by
remarks.
CPS Legal. Our principal, who may have illegally submitted an unapproved and unsigned budget, needs to be held accountable for this situation. Thank you.
Thank you for your comments. And we'll reach out to Speaker 14, Mona Meza, for her statement. It seems that she's dropped off the call. We'll go on to Speaker 27, Ranjan Inami, who's joining us virtually. Please enter *6 to unmute.
Hello, can you hear me?
Yes, please proceed.
Hello, my name is Niranjan Imani. I'm a parent of 2 children at Inter-American Magnet School, and I'm here to address a serious issue at the school. We have a first-year principal who has failed our school and displayed a pattern of disregard to the LSC and broader community. This became especially clear during the recent budget submission process. The principal refused to collaborate with the LSC in good faith, withheld critical information about the LSC about the deadline to submit the budget, made it extremely difficult, if not impossible, for the LSC to review the budget that he drafted. He unilaterally submitted the budget without the consent of LSC, and he falsely represented in an email to the parents that he had worked on the budget with the LSC, and then he blatantly lied to LSC, stating that he had filed an appeal about the budget, but no such appeal existed. Let that sink in for a moment. This principal has failed to uphold the most basic duties that his position requires: to act with transparency, honesty, integrity, and the spirit of collaboration, and he has done it in flagrant disregard of CPS's own adopted policies about the role of LSC. So I'm speaking up today because this behavior warrants a serious response from the board, and I'm pleading with you to act and intervene. I have 2 specific requests. First, I ask that you reach out to our LSC to hear directly from them about their ongoing experience. You will hear that the behaviors I described are indicative of a broader culture of a lack of accountability. This board needs to recognize it, address it, and correct it because it is systemic and it is not sustainable, not just at Inter-American, but at any school within CPS.
Speaker 27, you have
I
30
ask that the
seconds
board-
remaining.
Thank you. I ask that the board provide every LSC with a mechanism to address these concerns in the moment. This year, our LSC has been hampered by the fact that we haven't been given a clear chain of command or understanding of how to raise these concerns about the principal. Without that ability, LSC cannot do its job. Again, this goes to creating a better system to hold people accountable. Ultimately, I'm looking for CPS to enforce its own written guidance and to establish a culture that promotes greater transparency, communication, and respect. Thank you.
Thank you for your
Thank
comments.
you.
Our next